Today I'm going to be talking to you all about the U.S. housing market. There finally seems to be a small ray of hope shining through for the U.S. housing market. According to Tim Smart, the contributing editor for news at U.S. News and World Report, pending home sales surprisingly increased by 0.7% in May, breaking a 6-month string of declines as the Northeast saw a big bump in activity. Let's start by looking at why this increase occurred. In May, mortgage rates slightly decreased. According to Sergei Klebnikov, a senior reporter at Forbes, the average rate on a 30-year fixed mortgage rose as high as 5.6% in early May, before closing out the month at 5.25%. This small window encouraged more house sales, bringing up pending sales by a small amount. However, this window closed fairly quickly. The 30-year fixed mortgage rate shot up again in June, however, surging to nearly 6.3% before moderating slightly over the last week or so to 5.85% on Monday, says Sergey. But this increase is not enough to offset the 6 months of decreasing sales. According to Tim, the rise in sales, reflecting contracts signed to purchase homes, follows a 3.9% drop in April and still leaves year-over-year activity down 13.6%. So, while this increase ended a very long streak of declines in sales, the housing market is still in major trouble. Buyers still have to deal with the rising mortgage rates. These rates increase the cost of homes, forcing buyers to purchase homes that they normally would not need to, given normal circumstances. But rising mortgage rates aren't the only problem the housing market faces today. Another major issue for the housing market is the supply versus demand of homes. Diana Olick, a senior climate and real estate correspondent for CNBC, states, "The supply of homes for sale has finally begun to rise, up 21% now from a year ago, according to Realtor.com. It is still, however, about half of pre-COVID levels. Even if a potential buyer has the funds available to purchase a home, there may not be one available on the market. And even if one is found, there are still many competitive offers from other buyers who are looking to secure the home for themselves." So, in the words of Lawrence Yun, a chief economist and senior vice president of research at the National Association of Realtors, despite the small gain in pending sales from the prior month, the housing market is clearly undergoing a transition. The higher mortgage rates and lack of homes for sale are greatly bringing down demand in the housing market. But it's not because people don't want to buy homes. It's because the cost to finance the purchase of a home is simply becoming too expensive for most to bear. And if nothing is done, the housing market will continue to decline much further.